I was really impressed with how Paris played that point B, because they got a lot more than I think they might have been able to without some really good ult economy. But overall, I mean, London looking like...
Wow, sick. Wow. See what they can do on VOLSKAYA. You can certainly run the 3-3 on this map, but like we mentioned earlier, it's one of those maps too that you can actually get a little bit crazy with here. So London Spitfire bringing things up with a few DPS. Nope, switching back over. Profit on that Widowmaker for now. Gesture thinking about the Hammond here.
Interesting.
All right, they're going to swap it again.
All right,
a lot.
Everybody's changing. Okay, there we're oh.
Musical chairs. All right. We're going to settle on the double sniper, it looks like, with the Para.
Double quad DPS. All right,
yes.
baby, here we go.
And usually with this quad DPS, we're seeing what we've seen, the Hammond and the single Mercy. That's generally what you run these days.
It is, and again, it's these long sight lines, the ability to skirmish. How do you deal with this crossfire from a Widowmaker and a Hanzo, and you're stuck in that little room thanks to Pharah raining rockets down on you? Got to pay attention to Fury here on the flank, hacking your Reinhardt. There's no more shield now as the rockets keep going in the bunker.
There's so much damage coming in from so many different angles that this is a way to really try to exploit this 3-3 here. And Paris Eternal trying to break out of the health pack room now, but you can see, for now, London has him just pinned down. Gesture going in for the big knockup, and now it's a time for Badosha to possibly sign on that Hanzo. He's got the Dragon Strike already. Finzi trying to fire at the Pharah, but he's taking so much damage from the arrows. He has to go back and hide. Dragon Strike thrown in. And oh, no, got eaten. Finzi in the right place at the right time with the defensive matrix. And that's a big one, man. They had Paris backed up into that room. For now, though, London still putting pressure on the point. They've already gotten nearly 2 ticks. And Profit's still looking for 4 kills coming in from behind. He's got the barrage. Justice reigns from about a 90-degree angle this time. He does get cruised before being taken down by Soon.
Resurrect gonna come through, though, onto the Pharah. So Profit right back in the mix.
Well, Nuss using that Mercy ultimate as well, just to kind of get a lot of that AoE healing and AoE damage boosting going on. Paris on the point for now. And a grab brings in a kill onto Birdring. So Paris does hold for now. Oh, but Fury comes in with the EMP. Can they capitalize? That's a great minefield placement for Gesture. They're trapped, man.
They're shooting French in a barrel right there, Noah.
Yeah, that's sinister. Nico manages to take out Gesture, though. They've broken out. And Paris manages to stay alive on the point right now.
Birdring actually making it back now on the Doomfist, so mixing it up once again. I think he was just trying to get back to the point faster. Now he's sort of stuck here with it after the mines didn't do so hot there in the bunker. And Birdring still going to be firing slowly into the mass of Eternal players. Nope.
Oh, it's a last-minute change of course with that Doomfist. Dragon Strike goes through again. No kills, though, claimed by London. Nico does get found out by Fury here, so it's a 6v5. In favor of London as they try to finish off point A. Profit with another barrage ready to go here. And Birdring low health trying to go in for a kill soon is ready for him. He didn't have the shields he needed. Profit, you don't want to fire that barrage into the Diva. That's a surefire way to die. And now Paris with that sound barrier can re-engage here. Badoshan down and Paris still holding strong. Second tick taken by London, though. They're getting it inch by inch.
I mean, this is great defense from Paris. They're weathering the storm. They're playing patiently. They've given up some ticks on the points, but they've bent and not broken this entire time. Staying together and making sure Soon remains alive here.
Yeah, but if you keep bending, you're going to end up giving up point A eventually. London has managed to claim at least a tick on each attack here. EMP, that's going to seal the deal. Profit with 2 kills, 4 already with that barrage. Do you like justice? Well, you're going to get to see him later in the day, but you get a little bit right now, too, from Profit's Pharah. And that's going to be a clean sweep there on A for London. That's a team kill.
But it was flashy, Doa, but was it good is the question. They had to use so many ultimates. They're switching their composition anyway.
I think that's
Paris,
why, you know.
Paris doesn't care. They got it down to under a minute. They're saying, guess what? We've got grab self-destruct combo from this defense. There is going to be no snowball here with an ult advantage.
Right.
And so they're like, oh, well, we did enough here. We did more than enough to delay your push.
Hey, well, now London just wants to try to draw as many ultimates out from Paris as they can. Their job is to look threatening right now.
Going to be real tricky, though, with how disciplined Paris has been in this match with their ultimates. So we'll see what they can do, but this is going to be a long, long push for London. It's not going to be a fast point B take.
Oh, the grab dedicated by Paris right now. Going to try to use that self-destruct too, but it gets knocked off the high ground. Probably not going to find any kills out of that one. No.
That
so
wasn't
that's two
good.
down. 2 down. 1 to go, although Nico's going to have that rally soon, too, on the Paris side.
That's a great gift to the London Spitfire.
Sure is.
Not getting that self-destruct onto the high ground, not causing any damage with it, just a delay. And London continue to rotate across the top platforms, taking high ground advantage just to charge up some ults.
Hey, I mean, we said they have to look threatening. That's exactly what they're doing. Now trying to slowly push in now. Rally used by Nico here to give Paris a little bit more armor as they try to re-engage. But Doshin's got the Transcendence, so in case things get really serious here.
That's the third ult Paris has used without any eliminations, though. And look at London. This is getting scary. They're moving up
Rally.
to 6 ults soon.
Yeah, they got the armor. They're coming in now off of Prophet's Rally. This is their chance. Earthshatter comes in, and that's Gesture caught by it. Benbest goes down too. Both teams without their Reinhardts as Nuss goes ahead and uses a sound barrier. Now, Hip rather, is going to use the Transcendence. We'll see if that keeps him alive. Nico's saved by his own sound barrier for the moment. From the Paris side, Prophet in a little bit of trouble, and it looks like London, with the respawns, are going to have a hard time closing this out. You got to back away here. Losing Gesture was just a bit too much.
I think that London overcommitted after Gesture had already fallen because of the spawn difference. I mean, sure, they picked up an elimination as well, but if you're London, you should be so happy. You're like, okay, well, Gesture died, but we can come back with 6 ults on the next push. We can claim, we can claim that point very easily. But instead, they overcommit, use so many of their own tools.
I mean, I think when you see that 5v5 and both tanks fall like that as the attacker, you're like, okay, well, do we go or not? And you got to make that call. And London, they brought it close, but ultimately, again, you're going to get back to the point so fast if you're the defender on point B VOLSKAYA.
I think that you have to follow through with the plan. The plan there for London was control high ground, get ult charge, and try and draw out ults, and they were successful at doing that. But when the time to engage came, fell apart.
Overexcited, man. He throws in a self-destruct here. He catches Finzi with it. That's a big one. Oh, but Soon coming back with a couple kills of his own. Soon.
Paris just really controlling this map so far. I'm extremely impressed they were able to handle the quad DPS as well as they could.
Yeah. Well, they didn't get nervous, right? We saw them play such a measured style that London are the ones who eventually just kind of let their kind of excitement get the better of them.
I definitely agree. See London here on their approach. Minute remaining. Not a lot of time to cap this second point on a map that we've seen go, 3-4 captures per team in a lot of the matches so far in the Overwatch League.
Gesture's going to need a massive Earthshatter if they're going to win this fight cleanly enough to take this point, most likely.
They're going to have a grab, so at least they've got that working for them, but not a lot to pair with it.
Wait to see what Gesture finds here. There we go. Okay, that got blocked. Not a lot of people knocked down by that one. Now Cruz finds the kill into Bedoshin. Paris covering with Hip's Transcendence here. Cruz getting the bloodthirsty support action out here. Another boop on a burn ring. And now just 25 seconds for London to try to get that point.
When we saw the Earthshatter come in, it did knock down Soon, but Paris, they were ready for it, went straight back into the back line. Cruz playing deep to actually eliminate the Zenyatta.
Well, I mean, Hip on the Zenyatta Parasite, smart to hide until that was over. Grab comes in on the London side, well, on the Parasite here. No kills out of that one. Now London throws out the grab, but the sound barrier there for Paris as well. They got to get somebody there. That's right, the delay. Somehow they get somebody on the point, so we're into overtime. And Nico down. London needs to steamroll this one if they want to make it work. Already over overtime. It's a great defense for Paris either way. They just got to close it out. Gesture throws down the Earthshatter, and they get a couple out of it. London with a chance to bring it back, and wow, Paris, they looked so safe for so long. They did. They got too aggressive on the defense. Can they scramble in to stop this one? Finzi with the self-destruct, that might give him something. Nothing kills out of that. Nico trying to come back in. There's Hammond. Benbest trying to stay alive, but they're just trickling in now, and London having an easy time eliminating people. That should be the point here. London, I cannot believe they were able to take that.
Can we talk about Nuss and how he went to the back of the points when his entire team was grabbed, used sound barrier only on himself?
Save the day, man. What a run from London are, because that ILIOS was very one-sided in favor of Paris. So I kind of want to go to that 5th map, mostly because I'd like to see more Overwatch, but also because I'm really curious to see how London would react in that situation.
It's been a tight match so far. The winning team has generally done a pretty clean job of executing their game plan.
Yeah.
And keep an eye here onto Finzi and Benbest, as Guard is going to try and get that angle. He's currently on top of that boxcar on the right side of your screen.
I had to back up initially. He did get spotted by Finzi. As Diva, you you've got no ammo, you know, you're not going to run out. You can just kind of spray around. Benbest does get hacked. Has to back away, play a little bit safe. The Paris Eternal have rotated to the other side here now.
You see Cruz up there trying to deal with guard, booping him back, keeping that Diva unhacked, and now they're focusing. As soon as guard tries to get position, every time they're putting that damage down, he gets a hack off on a Cruz anyway.
Yeah, another hack. This time onto the Lucio here. Guard translocating over the other side, being very elusive. Going visible again, but Paris still pushing this payload a little bit. London hasn't quite been able to find the kills they were looking for.
I mean, they stalled them without the payload moving for a minute, though, so not too terrible for London. And that's not even going to be their best point on defense. It's going to be much more open here as they come onto big girls. A lot more opportunities for guard to get good flanks in.
Very true. Paris just biding the time. Okay, grab coming in from London Spitfire. And that's going to force out the Transcendence on the Paris side as they re-engage here. Nico does take down Gesture. Paris saying, hey, this is our chance to maybe take A. Bedosian uses his Transcendence as well. There's an EMP coming in from guard. There's a follow-up, though. A lot of people getting hacked on Paris. It doesn't matter, man. They only need those left clicks.
It doesn't matter, Doa, if you EMP when the grab is already out and the Zarya is already charged, right?
Pretty
the
much.
damage is there. Your team is locked up. And that's London Spitfire using a lot of ults to no effect. Still dragged about 2 minutes off this clock, however, and they are going to have another chance to defend on A before this payload makes it to the end.
Few ultimates, too. Sound barrier, grab.
Oh, they're
just
not.
going to let it go. Okay, all right. So they
Interesting.
decide to wait it out, go for that perhaps more solid point B defense. It's like you said, Monty, where the end of point A is kind of open. It's tougher to make Somber really work on that. Here you can see there's got more of a narrow corridor. More of an area for Somber to work from the high ground. So I can see the logic from London.
Hip
dear.
again. As part of the shutdown on King's Row was getting one of those right clicks before the translocate.
Yeah, Benbest decides to give Gesture the hug of death and takes off Fury with the Fire Strike too. London not wasting any time in team killing, or getting team killed rather, by Paris.
It looks like there were a lot of adjustments made at halftime here for the Paris Eternal. They're definitely putting their focus onto guard, who was ripping them apart in the last match.
Well, they look much more prepared for this. And it's like we said before the map started, you know what London's going to throw at you with this sub of guards. So they have a plan, executing it well so far. Waiting for it now. A lot of forward positioning by Paris, too. You can see Benbest on the high ground. They're trying to deny guard places from which to hack.
Yes, and Nico just flailing away out there on that high ground, trying to make sure they're not going to get any follow-up. Good self-destruct, actually, to deny the follow-up on the Graviton.
Yeah, that's right. Sound barrier after everything is said and done when they want to re-engage here, too. Ooh, Earthshatter comes in, knocks Soon and Nico down. But Cruz still getting the kill onto Gesture anyway. Paris now losing anybody to the ultimates from London Spitfire right now. They can pop their Transcendence. There's the hack now. Benbest down, maybe. London can come back in this one. It looks like they will. Nuts just uppercutting hip into oblivion here. Prophet chasing Paris away. That's going to be a nice D-mech onto Finzi, too. Nice delay on that one.
Sneaky Soon trying to get extra elimination there at the end.
Yeah, that's something we saw a lot of last year, too. Sneaky Soon was like a real deal in last season of Overwatch League here, man. You can't let him backcap on you.
Well, coming in to that fight, though, Gesture again, I'm really impressed with how decisive Paris is when it comes to siphoning off the tank plays. Gesture has been playing too far forward while the rest of his teammates have been setting up on the flanks. Paris identifies that and just destroys him first in almost all of these team fights.
Sure enough. Paris coming in with a couple crucial ultimates here. Try to close this one out. Fury, whoa, getting aggressive on his own here. Graviton surges down for both teams. Gesture gets pulled in as he tries to charge forward. Fury down though, and Paris managing to trap London between a rock and a Benbest plays. Prophet taking a nap on the payload there, and Paris Eternal carving through the rest of Spitfire. That's going to be point B.
Some funny animations there.
A little bit.
With Gesture coming in and getting with the charge and getting sucked back into the Graviton surge. Couldn't make the play.
It's like I feel like
follow up on the grab.
About to go into orbit there and just spend the rest of his life circling the Earth. Never know.
So EMP now online for the Spitfire. Flank from guard all the way into the back. Nico there. Solo on the payload.
Got that EMP opportunity. Ooh, they don't know he's there either. Nice EMP coming in from guard. And London Spitfire wasting no time and getting on top of Paris Eternal. Clean fight there. About as clean as it can be. Paris Eternal, they're okay with that. Didn't use any ults of their own in there. They can just reset. They've still got about 2.5 minutes left to finish C.
And It's just a matter of working up their ult bank again. They should be okay. Plenty of time left for Paris. It's a difficult map to finish in the first place.
Yeah, point C on Route 66 is definitely one of the more brutal ones we see in escort maps in Overwatch. All right. Self-destruct, no kills out of that one right now. Paris Eternal does use that to move forward though. Bedosian responding with the Transcendence soon at like 10 HP, but he stays alive. Transcendence now for Paris Eternal, as well as they push London back even farther. That payload is still moving, man. And Cruz sound barrier, whoa! It took a while. They had to wait for that beat to drop, and that was enough time for London to get set. Great disruption on Cruz's ultimate there.
Always feels bad when you're a Reinhardt or you're a Lucio player and you get booped during those engagements.
I hate having to wait that long for the beat to drop.
I know, really throws off your dancing, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. I just like start and I do like kind of half moves. It's really awkward. More awkward than my regular dancing. Ben Best with the kill, and Nasir finds him with the charge. And ooh, EMP from Guard here. He's got like no health left, but Paris Eternal has to back off, and London Spitfire is going to help him do that. Back all the way back to spawn, and down to a minute and a half. London's been using a lot of time off this clock.
Certainly have. And Paris also committing many of their ults to no effect. London has really consistently been on top of the ult bank game, coming in with more tools to use in these team fights because they really saved some of those ultimates. Hitting 5 people with EMP makes sure that you don't have to use anything else, really.
Yeah, Swimmer's extra dangerous here. Gesture tries to go in for the Earth Shatter. Nice block, though, from Ben Best. Doesn't save Hip, though. London still gets aggressive, just jumps past the Reinhardt shield. All right. Well, this is why we say point C is very difficult on Route 66. It's such a narrow area to go through, and especially when the opposing team has an amazing Sombra player, you're just going to get hacked, you're just going to get EMP'd all the time.
Yeah, the area of effect damage gets really crazy in here.
Sure does. Everyone's all grouped together like that. Fury, again, pretty charged up, but he has that Graviton Surge to use. Paris Eternal, waiting for an opportunity to throw down some of their own tank ultimates. Ooh, Ben Best tries to throw out the Earth Shatter, doesn't really seem to catch anybody. Finzi throws in the self-destruct. No kills out of that one. Again, creating space for that payload to move. They want to move the fight forward on the Paris side. Oh, they're going to trap Paris in the Graviton Surge now. No kills out of that one, though. Nice ultimate from him, but now the EMP comes in after the Zenyatta uses the Transcendence, and Paris still managing to come out ahead in this team fight here. London Spitfire push back. That payload's getting there. They're going to have the respawns. They might have an opportunity to still try to defend this. Fury way in the back here.
There's the beat coming down. They have 2 support ultimates to try and last on this payload.
That's right. It's all about the delay now for London. Guard's going to switch over to the Bastion here. Trying to just hold on. Cruz, though, gets a kill on the Fury in the end. Transcendence from the London side, but it's all clean up from Paris Eternal. They're taking him out one at a time. London lining up and getting knocked down by Paris, and they are going to get that 3rd point on Route 66.
Finally, Paris breaks through the London defense. Ult by ult, a little bit off timing for the London Spitfire, and that means the Paris Eternal find that opening